If your favorite team is looking for a little bit of upside to add to their wide receiver room this fall, you may want to keep this surprising NFL franchise on speed dial. I'm Kyle Krabs with A to Z Sports, and when I talk about offensive juggernauts across the league, you probably think about teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, the Buffalo Bills, and the Baltimore Ravens, in addition to a number of other teams that have put up excessive point totals in the past couple of years. One team that is not a part of that club, that may actually have a more difficult cut-down decision at the end of training camp than some of the teams that we mentioned at the wide receiver position, is the New England Patriots. The Patriots, in the midst of a coaching change and a spending spree, have brought in a couple of free agent wide receivers that pushes the domino effect all the way down the depth chart and influences a couple of recent draft selections that may now be at risk of not even making the team in 2025. This group is, of course, headlined by Stephon Diggs, but don't sleep on Mac Hollins, who has become a very reliable special teams and role player for a number of different teams. He continues his AFC East tour after playing with both the Bills and the Dolphins, with this stop now in New England. And when you also consider New England just this year added Kyle Williams in the third round of the 2025 NFL draft, plus has names like Pop Douglas and Kayshon Boutte as a part of the mix, the numbers game is not going to lend itself very well to New England keeping all of their young wide receivers. And they may ultimately have to punt on one of the two draft choices that this team made in 2024 at the position. That, of course, is Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. These were second and fourth round draft choices just 1 year ago. When you do the head count of New England's wide receiver room, these two rookies from last season are very low on the totem pole, which puts them at risk of potentially being the ones that are the odd man or men out. And in that case, your team, if looking for some upside and some developmental swings of the bat at the position, should have New England on speed dial to place the phone call to make sure that you don't let these players hit the waiver wire. If the Patriots have to cut one of these two top 125 draft picks from 2024, they could probably get a reasonable sell high opportunity, despite the fact that these guys hardly caught the football this past season in New England. It is a testament to the job that has been done in revamping both the ceiling and the floor of New England's wide receiver room around quarterback Drake May as he enters into his second season. But with this much surplus of young players around the new mainstays of the wide receiver room, the math game is inevitable, and how New England chooses to solve that problem may be expedited by a team that's willing to swing the bat on one of the bets New England placed in the draft in 2024.